Project management professional. It's an internationally recognized professional designation offered by the Project Management Institute. This is one of the 8 credentials offered by the PMI, that is Project Management Institute, and this exam is based on the project management body of knowledge. And PMP exams are based on exam content outline. The exam content outline is revised every 4 to 6 years by the Project Management Institute. Since January 2021, the exam is tested on 3 different domains, like people with a 42%, process 50%, business environment 8%. Before January 2021, the exam was based on the tasks from the 5 performance domains or process groups encompassing the 49 processes. Initiation of the project, like 13%, planning of the project 24%, executing the project 31%, monitoring and controlling the project 25%, closing the project by 7%. So generally the project management professional exam consists of 180 multiple choice questions. It's a closed book exam, so there will not be any reference material provided or allowed. So out of the 180 questions, 5 questions will be given as a sample questions. These questions, that is these 5 questions, like the sample questions, will be randomly placed throughout the exam. The test taker is only graded on the proficiency of 175 questions. Mapped to the 5 process groups and 10 project management knowledge areas, like project integration management, scope management, schedule management, cost management, quality management, resource management, communication management, risk management, procurement management, and stakeholder management. So all these processes of these knowledge areas are described by their inputs, processes, that is tools and techniques, and outputs. The project management body of knowledge also encompasses the interaction and interdependencies between different process groups. For example, the output of one process may be used by one or more other processes inputs. So before writing or before going through the project management professional concept, always there will be some questions that will come in our mind. Some of the questions are, what does the project management professional do? That is the first question that normally comes in our mind. So we can tell a project manager is a professional who organizes, plan and execute projects while working with constraints like budgets and schedules. So they are also in charge of leading the team, defining the goals, communicating with the stakeholders, and seeing a project through to its closure or closing the project. This is question number 1. And second question, if PMP certification worth doing, means whether we are, since the amount, the fees for project management professional is around $555, and it may increase in the coming times. So always they will ask that, okay, by paying this much amount, whether it is worthwhile or not. For sure we can tell it's undoubtedly beneficial. So the certifications provide you many advantages. That is, the PMP project managers earn 20 to 30% more than the average salary. There are immense PMP certification benefits, so we can tell that PMP certification worth is a lot more. Third question, how hard the PMP exams? So it's known for its hardness. But PMI does not disclose specific statistics about the passing scores or failure rate. Some project expert surveys estimate the failure rate is around 40 to 50%. That means it means that only half of the first time test pass the PMP exam. But once if you have a sufficient exercise, means we are having lots and lots of sample questions or old questions of PMP available on the internet. If you can able to go through, if you can able to practice it thoroughly, for sure you can easily pass the PMP exam. Next kinds of questions, what is the PMP certificate is equivalent? So we can tell PMP is above a master degree in project management. Because a PMP represents at least 7,500 hours of actual experience leading and directing the projects, as well as observably assessed degree of theoretical knowledge. In contrast, a master in project management is almost purely theoretical knowledge. So here PMP exam provide you more in the practical side, whereas that of a master degree in project management, if it is MBA or other masters in project management, will give you more theory in nature. Next question, how long does it take to get your PMP? See, we can tell it's up to you. So that means the time that you dedicated for studies. So, but considering various degrees of preparedness, it is possible to get your PMP certification in 8 to 12 weeks after applying to the PMI. After the PMI accepts your application or your registration, your study methods and how much you need to study. And most of the students or most of the candidates doubts the last question, how do I get a PMP without experience? So it's simple, you earn a baccalaureate degree, obtain an internship, explore your certification programs, obtain an entry-level project management job, then apply for a project management professional certification. So this is actually, we can tell it is as much as simple as you can. So let us start with project management professional. The first question, what is a project? What is the project life cycle and what are the PM process? We can tell that a project is any undertaking carried out individually or collaboratively and possibly involving research or design that is carefully planned to achieve a particular aim. Or a project is defined as a sequence of tasks that must be completed to attain a certain outcome. And according to Project Management Institute, we can tell a project refers to a temporary endeavor with a definite beginning and end. So in other words, here we mentioned projects are the means to achieve strategic plan of the organization, or a project is a temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique product, service or result. So project is generally raised or considered because of the market demand. Sometimes a request comes from the customers. It's because of the business needs or strategic opportunity for the organization or the advancement of technology and sometimes the country's legal requirements. So a project can create a product. It is a product or component of another items or end items. It can create a service, a business function to support products or logistics, or a result, an outcome or document. So there is always confusion between the terms projects and operations. Projects, we can tell that it's an endeavor that is temporary in nature, that is undertaken to produce a unique product. And operations, on the other way, are an ongoing execution of activities which occur after product is made to produce some results or a repetitive service. In a business, for example, administrative tasks are operations. In an individual, eating, sleeping and paying monthly electricity bills are also considered as operations. Projects, on the contrary, are temporary endeavors that seeks a unique result. Operations are repetitive and static and aim to keep everything running. So project is a temporary endeavor, whereas that of operations are an ongoing routine. A project is a new original work. Operations are repeated work. Projects gives you a unique product. Operations gives you a repetitive output. And projects terminated once the objectives are met. Operations adopted new objectives once it is achieved. So there are some similarities. Okay, now till now we mentioned about the difference between projects and operations. There are also some similarities between them. So there are certain similarities between projects and operations. Both are performed by people, both are planned, executed and controlled, both have resource limitations. So project management, we can tell that is a process of leading the work of a team to achieve all project goals within the given constraints. So the application of knowledge, skills, techniques and tools to project activities in order to meet the project requirements. So how to manage the project? It includes identify the user's requirement, address or hear the stakeholder needs, concerns, expectations as the project planned and carried out. So we need to balance the conflicting constraints like scope, time, cost, quality and customer satisfaction. So here this is a triple constraint which was used in the earlier time, which is the simplest model. Time or schedule, cost, budget and resources and scope. Now two more constraints added. The extended triple constraints. The balanced complex constraint system besides the triple constraints also included quality, stakeholder satisfaction and risk. The cross-cutting skills of a project manager. The project manager should have the following skills, we can tell, starting with the leadership. So both as a research area and as a practical skill, encompasses the ability of an individual, group or organization to lead, influence or guide other individuals, teams or entire organizations. Team building, it's a collective term for various types of activities used to enhance social relations and define roles within the team, often involving collaborative tasks. Motivation, the reason for which humans and other animals initiate, continue or terminate a behavior at a given point of time. Motivational states are commonly understood as forces acting within the agent that creates a disposition to engage in goal-directed behavior. Then comes communication. The most important skills a project manager needs is communication, interaction, influencing to affect or change someone or something in an indirect but usually important way. Decision-making ability, it's a cognitive process resulting in the selection of a belief or a course of action among several possible alternative options. Political and cultural awareness, the awareness of differences that exist within and between the project team and other stakeholders and the ability to capitalize on these differences. So cultural awareness is to ensure that cultural diversity can be harnessed effectively to achieve a successful project outcome. When project managers are culturally aware, they understand that other people are different and that there must be strength in that difference if properly harnessed. Negotiation, it's a dialogue between two or more people or parties to reach a desired outcome regarding one or more issues of conflict. Trust building, the activity of developing trust between people so that they can work more efficiently. So there are some 5 key elements for the trust: reliability, honesty, goodwill, compatibility or competency, and openness. Then comes conflict management. It's a process by which disputes are resolved, where negative results are minimized and positive results are maximized or prioritized. The key management skills involves using different tactics depending on the situation, negotiation, and creative thinking. And the last one, that is coaching. It's a process by which disputes are resolved, negative results. See, like the conflict management, here one thing is that he will be acting like a trainer, a supporter, an influencer. He will lead from the front. Like leadership, coaching means he will try to train the people wherever they are facing some issues, some conflicts, some doubts, some mistakes or errors which will happen. So there is a major question that generally occurs for everyone. That is, how many projects can a project manager handle at one time? So generally the research suggests that 2 to 3 projects at a time is optimal for individual focus and collective scheduling. If you are asking people to juggle more than this, then you are lowering their productivity. Too many projects will damage your business and drive into a self-perpetuating low productivity firefighting culture. In today's competitive market, companies that don't adjust their workload well enough or quickly are at risk of losing their valuable talent. In other words, a team can be great, the work motivating, but if the pace is unsustainable, soon enough the company will see their best project managers heading towards the door. That means they will resign from their job.